Today our topic of discussion is about a short one-act play named The Death Trap by Saki. It was originally written by H.H.Munro, which was also one of his masterpieces, which talks about the most important part of death, like how the protagonist and the other characters are being portrayed in the play, as death being the part of the play, and especially death plays the most important role in the play. It is about how the people around the prince Dimitri and the regiment members are planning to sketch him out to death, and it turns out to be and vice versa for them, and how Prince Dimitri tackles all those things, and finally he himself puts him to death. So overall this play is about the idealism of death and its sequences in the play. Moving on into the play, it opens with the appearance of Prince Dimitri and the regiment members, where Prince Dimitri is a very young ruler of the place Kedaria, and the play overall opens about how Prince Dimitri escapes from his rivals, and at a very young age he has a lot of rivals around him, and especially his very own regiment members work for the rivals, and they plan to murder Prince Dimitri for the fierceness that he have, for the achievements that he had created, and for the place. The rivals are trying to push him out from that place, but they couldn't, so they plan to kill him, or they plan to murder him without any suspicion by his very own soldier members. So it actually talks about most of the conflicts in the play, where the fights in between a prince and the prince of another place who tries to take the possession. And overall, if you see, this play is about taking over the possession and the position of that particular ruler. Overall, the play is divided into three parts. One is Prince Karl's ambition, and the plot to kill Prince Dimitri, and the plot of taking the power. Okay, so this is the conspiracy that is being around Prince Dimitri, where Prince Karl is attracted or driven to the position of Prince Dimitri, where he wants to take that position from him and he wants to take that power. So through his ambitiousness, he covets people with money, and he buys the very own regiment members of Prince Dimitri, and they plan a plot to kill or assassinate Prince Dimitri, and they try to take the power from Prince Dimitri. So ideally the story is surrounded about only Prince Dimitri, the young prince who has power and is attracting other people to take his power. Okay, we go through the play, we could all find out that the play is all built about suspense mechanism. It is Saki's form of writing, where he builds up the story and gives suspense throughout the story. The act and the scenes are interlinked with each other, where every scene just gives suspicion for the reader to read the text continually and finish it. So each scene, as they complete, they are tempted to move on to the other scene. Okay, so in this plot, in this story also, we can find that the consequences or the sequences that happen then by then, and then it intricates the readers to give more attention to the text. And if we see, or if we talk about suspense mechanism, we could see that the way Prince Dimitri finds out the truth through others is suspense throughout the play. We all doesn't know how did he get that news, but we could see that there is some sort of thriller or some sort of suspense that is being hidden throughout the play. And the next slide, it talks about the tension that carries out in the play, where the readers are tempted in a way to read the play, where it creates a tension in between them that what happens next. So as soon as Prince Karl arranges a regiment to kill Prince Dmitri, as soon as Prince Dmitri finds out, he creates a suspicion through with the help of his very own friend, the doctor. So they plan out a superiority. They plan out a superiority plan, which helps them to get escaped from that moment. Okay, so it actually creates an intense feeling in the readers to know what happens next. So the tension in reading the text is upgraded, or it is developed in the reader scene by scene, where you can find Prince Dmitri is pushing Prince Karl to the extent where Prince Karl is being very ambitious to kill Prince Dmitri. So it is actually Prince Dmitri pushing Prince Karl to kill him to that extent. Okay. So to the climax of the story. Moving on to the climax, something that is very, very, very unexpected. To Prince Dimitri's surprise, he himself is being surprised in the play, where they escape that Prince Dmitri has some sort of disease, and that is what the excuse that they used to escape from the regiment members. But Prince Dmitri itself, to his surprise, finds out that he originally has some sort of heart disease which could kill him in a few more months. So that pushes Prince Dmitri to an extent where he guilts himself and he feels sorry for himself in the play. At the end, we could all see that the theme of death is being proven in the story by, even though Prince Dmitri knows that he is going to die at the end, he still wanted his enemies to die first, because that's his motive, to kill them first and then to enjoy his death at the end. Okay, even though he knows that he's going to die at the end, he still wanted to punish his enemies who took efforts to kill him in the play. So he mixes the poison in the drink that they were about to have, and he also drinks the drink, and he dies at the end of the story. Throughout the story, if you could see that Prince Dmitri is the most knowledgeable person, where even though he knows that his life is going to be at stake, but still he plans out a very witty plan to kill his murderers, to kill his enemies, and to put them down to rest, and then he goes to the rest of death. Okay, so if you see, wit plays a major role, and then deception. He deceptions himself in the play, where others could believe whatever he does. Okay, so he makes the enemies believe that he has some sort of disease, but originally it turns out to be that he has that disease. Okay, and the power plays the most important role. This particular death plan, or this particular death trap, was developed only to take the power from Prince Dmitri. So Prince Karl's ambition, Prince Dimitri's effort were all for only this power. Okay, so power plays a very important role in the play. And finally, you could see death as a theme, as a major element, but still in the form of death in the play, if you see, each person is being dead in a different way. Okay, so death is ideally forming the major role, or it is bringing out the major role in the play, and that is why the story or the one-act play is named as Death Trap. And you could all see the fine writing of the author Saki. So Death Trap is the most intrusive and very interesting story that we could all listen to or we could all read, and it creates an interest in the readers. Thank you.